Oh boy. Welcome back to No Filter MMA, guys. This whole new way of doing the YouTube live streaming is insane. It's insane, y'all. It's insane, but it is what it is. I had to pull out a old laptop because my Chromebook didn't have the correct software to get it done right. So I had to do this encoder stuff, and I had to set it up, and I've been messing with it for days, guys, but I finally got it figured out. I finally got it figured out. Your boy is live and is figured out how to do it. Now, guys, now the next thing I'm gonna have to figure out is how to get people on the live stream. That's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough to figure that out. But I'm gonna figure it out anyways. But guys, UFC 241 is upon us. It is upon us. It is here. It is here. This is a huge card. And there's a lot of fights to look forward to. There's a lot of fights to look forward to. Um, let's see. I've been doing a million things at once, y'all, trying to figure this stuff out. So really, this is just like a tester to test this out, because YouTube just changed how everything goes. They changed up how everything flows with the live streaming and makes it super difficult. But it is what it is. I figured it out. But anyways, UFC 241, Cormier versus Miocic. Guys, a lot of exciting fights on this card. But as you can see, I have Valentina Shevchenko and Ilima-Lei McFarlane on the screen. I know you guys see that. Ilima-Lei McFarlane and Valentina Shevchenko on the screen. I want to talk about that. I definitely want to talk about that. But let's see. Let me get this card pulled up, guys. I'm just gonna do the main card. Um, it's late. It's late, so I'm probably only gonna talk about the main card and maybe just a couple honorable mentions from the prelims. Hold on, guys. Visuals. The visuals are jumping. Hold on, guys. All right. Do you guys like the visuals? I like it. I like this new encoder software. I like the. Uh, I like it. I really like it. I really like it. All right, let's see. Okay, so the first fight that I want to talk about on the 241 main card. Just trying to get it pulled up, y'all. My computer tripping. Adam says the fight of Cormier and Diaz finished. Say what? Say it again, man. I don't get you. I don't understand what you're saying. Say it again for me. Retype it. You gotta retype it, man. I don't get what you mean. Uh oh. Did I lose y'all? You guys there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. 'Cause I think I'm having trouble with the stream. Alright, you guys hear me? Uh-oh. Man, guys, let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to do this, man. I don't get live anymore. You guys tell me. Somebody, if you're in the live chat and you can hear me, let me know. Alright, anyways. I'll keep talking anyways. I'm keep talking anyways. But first fight on the card, guys, that I am looking forward most to is Derek Brunson versus Ian Heinisch. Now, this is an interesting fight. Derek Brunson versus Ian Heinisch. You know, this could be, this could really be Derek Brunson's chance to really get himself back in, into a position where he can start fighting back at the top of the division. Derek Brunson is a very skilled fighter. He's a very good fighter. But Ian Heinisch has only lost one fight in his whole career. Derek Brunson's career has been shaky the past couple of years, but Ian Heinisch is he's a very game opponent, a very skilled opponent, and a very dangerous opponent. So this is going to be a good fight. This is definitely going to be a good fight. If I have to pick somebody, I'm I'm gonna have to pick Derek Brunson. Can you guys? Okay. Yeah, Derek Brunson. I'm definitely gonna have to go with Derek Brunson on this one because I just feel like I feel like he's more hungry than he's ever been. I feel like he's just more hungry than he's ever been in his UFC career because he wants to fight at the top. He wants to be the best, but it's been shaky lately, man. His record's been shaky lately. His performances have been shaky lately. But he said, judging by the media, he says he's in uh, the best shape of his career. So a lot of people say that, but it is what it is. But if I have to choose somebody in this fight, I'm gonna have to choose Derek Brunson. I want to see him win. I want to see him do well. This is a big card, a lot of tension on this card, so I really, really, really want to see that. Um, but Gabriel Benitez versus Sadiq Yusuf, I'm gonna have to go with Gabriel Benitez just because he's got more experience. He's a very good, well-rounded fighter. Uh, you know, he's just a good fighter altogether. So um, I'm gonna have to go with Gabriel Benitez. Oh, guys, did I lose you? Yeah, so I'm gonna pick Gabriel Benitez in that fight. So all right, but this is the meat that I want to get to. This is the meat that I really, really, really want to get to. Guys, sorry for the technical difficulties. I gotta get used to using this software, to using this programs. I'm sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties, the pauses, all of that. I'm I'm sorry, but I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. I'm gonna try to see what all I can do with the visuals and everything, guys, to make sure you guys, to make sure I put on a good show for you guys. So yeah, yeah, but yeah, to the meat. Yoel Romero versus Paulo Costa. What a fucking fight! I have been waiting for this opportunity to to see this fight because I really like Paulo Costa. I'm a big fan of Paulo Costa, and I feel like people don't give Paulo Costa the people don't give Paulo Costa the credit that he deserves. Paulo Costa deserves to be fighting at the top of his division. This man is a finisher. He's a powerful striker. He has very good, very very good body kicks. Um, he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and he throws bricks at your face and at your body. But Yoel Romero with a very 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 high wrestling pedigree, um, and a very explosive style of fighting. Even at the age of 42, Yoel Romero packs a powerful punch. He has a lot of power. He has good jumping knees. You know what I'm saying? He's very slick with his movement. He's very unpredictable. Nobody knows what he's gonna do. But one thing that he's gonna have to do in this fight, he's gonna have to neutralize Paulo Costa's pressure because Paulo may fight cautious because he doesn't know what Yoel Romero is going to do, necessarily. But, he Yoel Romero is going to have to be able to stop Paulo Costa. He's going to earn Paulo Costa's respect early in the fight because Paulo Costa is going to come forward and Paulo Costa is going to throw heat. So it's wild, man. Like, to try to pick somebody in this fight, man, because it could go either way. Paulo could knock Yoel out. Yoel could slow Paulo Costa down because back in the Ultimate Fighter, he did fade in the fight that he lost in the Ultimate Fighter, but and he and his they've all been first round knockouts in his career, so he hasn't really been tested to see how far he can go in a fight if he's capable of fighting 5 rounds. Paulo Costa is a huge middleweight. He's over 6 feet tall. He's a huge middleweight. I'm sure Paulo Costa walks over 200 pounds. He's a very big man, but Yoel Romero, very short, very powerful, very stocky, good wrestling, very strong individual, physically strong individual. If this fight were to go to the ground, I really want to see what Paulo Costa can do on the ground because he is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then, Rio Romero has the high wrestling pedigree, Olympic wrestler, all that good stuff. So this is a very interesting matchup. If I had to put money on this fight, I'm going to have to go with Paulo Costa just because of the age factor. Like, Paulo Costa has a youth on his side. He's still in his 20s. Yoel Romero is 42. He doesn't seem to have slowed down very much, but still, he is 42 years old. So, but Yoel Romero is in fantastic shape. He's ready to fight. A lot of people are questioning the mental part of it with him just winning that $27 million settlement about the supplements. So a lot of people are saying, like, what is his motivation? Does he really feel like he needs to get in here and fight? So it is what it is with that. I feel like, no matter how much money a fighter like Yoel wins, he's not gonna lose that hunger to fight. He's not Conor McGregor. We're not gonna talk about Conor McGregor. Like, I feel like Yoel Romero can still hang with the best of them in there, but like I said, guys, if I had to choose somebody, I'd have to choose Paulo Costa because of his age. But speaking of Conor McGregor, guys, did you guys see Conor McGregor punching the old man? Why would he punch the old man? Somebody need to lock him up, man. Somebody really needs to lock up Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is out of control. Conor McGregor is out of control. This guy got mad because this man didn't want to drink proper 12. This man got mad because this old man did not want to drink proper 12. And he punched this old man. I don't know. I haven't heard what's going on as far as there's going to be like any charges being pressed, or something. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. Like, I hope this man press charges on Conor, and Conor, because they need to see that the UFC needs to recognize that Conor McGregor is a criminal. Like, why would you punch you being a trained mixed martial artist? Why would you assault an old man just because he doesn't want to drink your liquor? Like, that's the most childish shit in the world. And I made the videos blaming Conor McGregor about snatching the dude. He was blaming the dude that Conor snatched the phone out of his hand and broke it. I made a retraction video on that, man. Conor McGregor, wow. Conor McGregor, wow. Like, I mean, McGregor is out there. I wonder if, I'm telling you guys, I want to know, I wonder if there are drugs involved. Is Conor McGregor out here doing drugs? Conor McGregor act like he doing drugs. He's uncontrollable. He's insane. Conor McGregor is attacking people in public. Wow. Wow. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is assaulting people in public. Conor is fucking. Conor is fucking assaulting people in public. This man is crazy. This man is crazy. I'm telling you, he owns something. It's gonna come out. You guys watch and see. It's gonna come out. Conor McGregor is on some shit. He owns some shit. I believe it wholeheartedly, because that's the only reason somebody would get mad because you're not drinking Nate. Somebody would get mad enough to punch you because you won't drink their liquor. Wow. Wow. That's the wildest shit I ever heard. That's the wildest shit I ever heard. But he did it. He punched this old man and then took 2 steps back. He was stepping backwards in the motion of punching this old man in the face. So you could tell, So he's acting like a coward. To be honest, Conor McGregor is acting like a coward. You punch this dude in the motion of stepping backwards. You know what I'm saying? You punch this dude in the motion of stepping backwards. But he did. Go watch the video, guys. Go watch the video. Go watch the video of Conor McGregor. When he punched the dude, he was already taking a step back. Oh, boy. Oh, Conor McGregor, boy. I'm telling you, this dude is a damn trip. This dude is a trip. Let's not devote no any more time to Conor McGregor. Let's move on to Anthony Pettis versus Nate Diaz. Now, guys, I don't know what to say about this fight. This fight is the hardest fight to even try to decipher, because I went back and looked at each of their last fights. Okay, when Nate was fighting Conor, Nate doesn't really have good head movement, and Nate takes a lot of damage. He takes a lot of damage. Now, Stephen Thompson had really good head movement against Anthony Pettis, and he still got caught with a Superman punch. So Nate Diaz, if Anthony Pettis wants to be aggressive and get in Nate Diaz's face and really touch him up and try to knock him out, unless Nate Diaz has switched up his game, he doesn't have really good head movement, so he will be there for Anthony Pettis to hit. But the thing about Nate Diaz is Nate Diaz has really good boxing himself. He has a really good right check hook that he uses a lot on a strike, especially when he was in the striking exchanges with Conor McGregor. So Nate's Nate doesn't really throw a lot of kicks. You know what I'm saying? But Nate is good as far as boxing and finding your chin. He can find your chin. And he can batter you up too. But the thing about Anthony Pettis is very powerful at 170 pounds. He's a very powerful striker at 170 pounds. But he also took a lot of damage in the fight with Wonder Boy. Because Wonder Boy stuck that jab in his face. So if Nate Diaz can stick a jab, Anthony Pettis can't handle a jab. He can't handle a jab at all. And that's and if Nate Diaz can capitalize on that, especially if he watched the Stephen Wonderboy Thompson fight, I'm sure he watched that fight, and I'm sure he's seen Anthony Pettis getting beat up because that's what beat him up. That's what beat Anthony Pettis up in that fight. That's why he was bleeding so much because Stephen Thompson was sticking the jab in his face. He was sticking the jab in his face, and he busted Anthony Pettis up with that jab. But it depends on Anthony Pettis. He fought a really patient fight that fight, so it depends on how Anthony Pettis comes out. If he comes out strong, if he comes out aggressive, or if he comes throwing kicks, or if he comes out patient like he did in the Wonderboy fight and pick his time and pick his shots and whatever. Try to find Nate on an opening because Nate's gonna be there to be hit. You know what I'm saying? So this fight is hard to predict. This fight is hard to choose, but if I had to choose, I'm gonna have to go with Nate Diaz. I'm gonna have to go with Nate Diaz because I feel like Nate is the type of fighter who's gonna capitalize on that blaringly open hole in Anthony Pettis' stand up, which is the jab. So I feel like Nate Diaz will beat him up with that jab, you know what I'm saying, and try to get this fight to the ground and submit Anthony Pettis. Because in his training videos, Nate Diaz looks like he's been training a lot, like he's been grappling a lot. Looks like he's been grappling a lot. And when you look at Anthony Pettis' videos, it's all striking. So you never know. You never know. You never know. You never know. But if I have to go, if I had to put money on it, guys. Don't listen to my predictions, guys. Please don't listen to my predictions. I'm begging you, don't listen to my predictions. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Nate Diaz. I'm gonna have to go with Nate Diaz. So as we move on to the main event of the evening, Daniel DC Cormier, the champion, versus the former champion Stipe Miocic. Now, a lot of people are saying, are voting, are saying that Stipe is going to win this fight. A lot of people saying Stipe is going to win this fight. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I feel like Stipe is going to win this one. I'm a big Stipe fan. I'm going to choose Stipe because, but then again, if I wasn't a Stipe fan, I would still say I feel Stipe win this fight because I feel he's going to be smarter than he was last fight. He made the mistake of clinching up a lot with DC, and he paid for it heavily. He lost the belt. But I feel, but if you go back and watch that fight, Stipe was winning that. He was winning that fight. He was landing a lot. He was landing a lot of heavy shots on DC. You know, and if I feel like if Stipe keeps the game plan, the striking game plan that he had in the last fight, I feel like Stipe he can win this fight. He can possibly knock DC out. If Stipe sticks with the same striking plan, the same striking game plan that he had in the first fight, I feel like he can beat DC. Now, DC probably is going to try to look for the clinch in this fight. I don't think DC really is going to want to stand and trade with Stipe Miocic because DC felt Stipe's power in that last fight. He felt DC's power in that. I mean, he felt Stipe's power in that last fight. And Stipe was hitting DC with some hard shots. He was hitting Stipe. I mean, he was hitting DC with some hard shots. Some hard shots, guys. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go with DC. I'm gonna have to go with Stipe, man. I'm gonna have to go with Stipe. Um, I'm about 99% sure Stipe Miocic wins this fight. You know, and Stipe can go 5 rounds. Oh, grueling 5 rounds. DC can go 5 rounds. You know, it could go either way, but if I have to say, I'm gonna have to say Stipe. Stipe's striking is just really good, man. Like Stipe has really good striking. He's a smart fighter. You know, it's kind of counterintuitive to say he's a smart fighter because he made a dumb mistake in the last fight. But Stipe Miocic is a smart fighter. But DC's a smart fighter too. You know, and I feel that if Stipe beats DC, I don't really feel like it sets up a trilogy fight between them. I feel like it's just if Stipe wins, Stipe, everybody's gonna be like, oh well, it is what it is. I feel like they really want to get John Jones in there with that, but that's a lot of money for Daniel Cormier to make if he beats Stipe Miocic. If he beats Stipe, that sets up a fight with John Jones. You know what I'm saying? If they try to bring the Brock Lesnar thing back into the picture, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's if DC loses this fight, I feel like all those doors close and he retires. I feel like he retires. Like I feel like a fight with John Jones really wouldn't be that big if DC wasn't the champion. Maybe John Jones will fight Stipe Miocic if Stipe wins this fight. But I feel like Stipe Miocic wins this fight, though. I really do. I feel like Stipe wins this fight. Um, you know, I feel if I have to choose a round in a method, I'm about to say KO in the third round. Third round KO by Stipe Miocic. That's what I feel. That's it. That's what I feel, guys. That's what I feel. It is what it is. I can't. That's what I think. So whatever. So we'll see, guys. UFC 241 is shaping up to be big. Let's see how everybody looks on the scale. You know, let's see. Let's see how everything goes. And let's talk about the savagery of Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is a savage. He fooled everybody. He had everybody thinking he was smoking weed. He wasn't smoking weed. People in the audience yelling, "Let me hit that." You want to hit some CBD flower? He wasn't smoking no weed, y'all. Come on now. Let's stop with that narrative. He wasn't smoking no weed. He ain't that stupid. Diaz want to get paid. Diaz want to get paid. But as you can see, guys, that's not the only thing on the screen. Talk briefly on the Valentina Shevchenko and Ilima-Lei McFarlane exchange that we had going on this week, guys. So Ilima-Lei McFarlane makes a statement that Valentina Shevchenko is 100% beatable. She said it. She said it on the Ariel Helwani show that she said, I think Valentina is absolutely beatable. So a lot of people clapping at Ilima-Lei McFarlane like, yo, why are you coming for Valentina? But it was the rebuttal from Valentina that a lot of people was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. There's no way. Valentina's rebuttal was, come to the UFC, work your way up, and here I am. I don't believe. I mean, the thing about Bellator fighters are proud to be Bellator fighters. They are proud to be a part of Bellator. They're proud of the organization, and they're proud fighters and proud champions. They feel they're the best in the world. Bellator is the biggest competitor for the UFC as far as mixed martial arts. Now you have PFL and LFA and Invicta. You have these other promotions, but the two top dogs are Bellator and UFC. So there's a lot of Bellator fans out there, guys. A lot of people saying, in the comment sections of these different videos and stuff, people are like, Bellator fighters suck. And I'm like, come on, guys. These are high-level fighters. Bellator has a lot of fans. Bellator is selling out arenas, guys. Bellator is not some trash promotion that has garbage fighters. Bellator is legit competition. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel that Ilima-Lei being a world flyweight champion, I don't feel Alima Lay has to go to the UFC to prove anything. I feel like she's where she's at. Maybe Valentina needs to go to Bellator and work her, and challenge Alima Lay. Why would Alima Lay have to come to the UFC? Like that's something like I don't understand that. I really don't get that. I don't get that. Like I see even though UFC maybe a bigger promotion and have more fans, I respect Bellator as much because those fighters over at Bellator, y'all, they grinding it out too. You know what I'm saying? Those Bellator fighters are grinding it out. You know what I'm saying? So don't discount those people, man. And those people are good fighters over there. Those people are world class fighters. I mean, come on, look at their champions. Rory McDonald. You know what I'm saying? You got Elimele McFarlane. I mean, you got the guy from Rising, who's the double champion now. I mean, come on, guys. You got Ryan Bader. You have legit champions over there, guys. So it is what it is. People don't think the way they think. But I think that if that fight happened, you know what I'm saying, it'd be a very entertaining fight. Very entertaining fight. If Alima Lay, if that fight were to go to the ground, Alima Lay could really give Valentina problems on the ground. Alima Lay McFarlane is good on the ground. A good fighter on the ground is a good fighter on the ground. Alima Lay McFarlane is a very, very good grappler, and she is a strong little pit bull. She really is. And Valentina is a strong pit bull, and she's good on the ground. And Valentina's also good on the feet. What an entertaining fight! Alima Lay's a scrappy, you know what I'm saying? She's a scrappy striker, throws bombs to get into the clinch. That's the type of fighters I love. Valentina, very technical, you know what I'm saying? Very fast, very technical. She sticks to the game plan. She does her thing. Alima Lay, undefeated, you know, stopping girls, you know what I'm saying? Defending her belt, reigning champion, both of them. It'd be a great fight. It'd be a great fight. It would be a damn good fight, and you guys know it would, but you guys are tripping. So I'm going to let y'all trip. But anyway, guys, I'm getting off of here. I just want to come on and talk for a little bit. But guys, this new setup, this new encoding software. I got to get used to doing it, guys. The video shorts are still going to come. But this stuff right here, man, I got to get used to doing it. It's complicated stuff. It's complicated stuff, guys. I'm going to get it together. I'm going to get my shit together, though. But, yeah, guys, appreciate you guys coming in and watching. Hit the like button.